Hello and welcome to our game of life divine, aka our gold game. My name is Joyce, and my wish or goal of my game is to help people share their gifts. So today I am going to share about finding your superpowers, finding your gifts, your talents, and how they play in how you can play those gifts and talents in the world. This is the second of an eight-part intended series on being clear about what your gifts are and how to play your game. So, if you haven't seen it yet, my first Substack article had to do with finding your mission. And um, there are a few comments on the screen that I really loved, so I'm sharing them. Um, People have said that the previous exercise has been playful, magical, or even a little bit mischievous. That they have been able to experience their visions of the future as possibilities in their bodies, and that this is about creating new neural pathways of possibilities. So I found that this exercise has been life changing for me, and that's the reason why the post is called a life changing exercise. And if you haven't seen it, you can check it out. So, the following, um, what I'm going to talk about in this video is going to go through my world of archetypes based on my study of numerology and medicine wheels, as well as um, a new article that came out by Yukai Chow and Mark Diaz, supporting their upcoming book. It's already out, but it's also upcoming, called 10,000 Hours of Play, which is aimed at, in my own words, helping people um, play the game of life in a way that is right for them, which is totally what I'm trying to do here now. So, if you want, I'll leave a link in the article for you to check out. So, in order to do this exercise, I have three questions for you. What are you happy doing all the time? Um, And what is one time that you felt incredibly happy, fulfilled, satisfied? Like this was what you were here for. Just pick whatever comes to your mind first. And third, what are the compliments that you get the most often? So I'd like to invite you to reflect on this if you'd like. Um, you can pause the video and think about it and just get an idea in your head what the answers are. And the following part of this video will be a trip through my little own world, but also a world inspired by numerology and um, the Enneagram and other personality archetypes to explore which of these are most like you, which of them are the ones that you would play easily, which of these might be appropriate for you to choose to play in a job, and um, yeah, which ones you're already doing all the time. So, without further ado, us go on the journey of my 12 archetypes. The first archetype is the creator. The creator is a person who is innovative and creative, and they may think out of the box and struggle in their life to fit in because they are like black sheep and thinking new ways of doing things. And people like this may be suited to jobs like being entrepreneurs or inventors because they have an idea of how to create. These are also individualistic people with great imagination. The second of these will be what I call the medium. The medium is a person who loves to support other people, and their harmony is a very good way to describe them, and they may be good at music or being mediators or coaches or counselors or caregivers. An example I think I associate with the medium are the Beatles. They have a sense of optimism, they have a sense of creativity, and at the same time, they're all about supporting other people. The third archetype we'll go into is what I call the Olympian. These are brave, confrontational people who are not afraid to take on life. And they can be powerful and convincing and inspiring the way that Tony Robbins or Charlotte Church are. Charlotte Church began her career as a powerful, amazing singer and moved on to be a talk show host. And I feel they, people like this embody an Olympian. Next on the list of archetypes is the architect. Architects are people who are grounded, methodical, structured. They're stable, trustworthy. You can count on them to build something that is of lasting value. And the person that I associate the architect with is Oprah Winfrey. Through her groundedness, through her methodicalness, um, she has built a show and almost a movement that is stable, that is supportive, and yeah, so that's the type of person that I associate with the archetype of the architect. Next on the list of our journey through archetypes is what I call the magician. Magicians are almost synonymous with hackers. They are finding tricks and ways to get around life that conventional people may not think of. They are adaptable and quick thinking, creative and experimental, and they have done many things in their life. People that I would associate with the magician archetype include Richard Branson and Tim Ferriss. They have both been high achieving people who have experimented very much and used their quick thinking to be able to achieve things that normal people may not be able to achieve. Next, we have number 6, the polymath. Uh, a polymath is a person who is able to assimilate different information from across different fields and analyze them to create solutions to problems that you um, that other people may not be able to do. They may be able to come up with strategies or analyze data and calculate different things in order to find the right way of going forward for everybody. So people like this may be good at being polymaths, entrepreneurs, CEOs, talk show hosts, etc. Examples of them I would include um, Robert Edward Grant, the polymath, as well as Da Vinci, the polymath. Amazing people who have mastered so many fields in their life, and yet um, have taken out uh, of themselves. I'm at lost for words right now. The capacity to solve the problems that they really want to solve. The seventh of the archetypes I call the Wayfinder. These are people who have explored so many things in life, and you don't even know, like, you may not even see the pattern, but they can find the pattern. They are visionaries. They can see the big picture. They can find new solutions to problems that you never thought of before. They may be good at puzzles and catch details that you never noticed. Um, and they're enthusiastic about the different things that they try at different times in their lives. People like this may be good at, um, actually, I didn't write it, but being adventure guides, being visionaries, inventors, philosophers, mm, physicists, and I associate examples of the Wayfinder with people like Indiana Jones and Sherlock Holmes and Steve Jobs. They have all explored different things in life and created solutions out of them. Uh, they have picked their own adventure, so to speak. The eighth of the archetypes is the powerhouse. People like this are using strategy, leverage, and other means to get power and material gains. And they are not somebody that you want to be your enemy. Um, They may be good at being entrepreneurs or politicians or presidents or hedge fund managers. Examples of them include Donald Trump and Jeff Bezos. They have, over time, sort of knocked down their competition through their different ways of strategizing, and leverage. And so I think that the powerhouses are people that are good to have on your team. The ninth of the archetypes is called the saint. The saint is somebody who is inspiring through their way of being. They may move mountains through, um, or they may have aspirations that are just beyond what the world looks like today. Um, People like Martin Luther King, Dharma Master Tengyan, and Sadhguru, to me, embody some of the archetype of the saint. They have sacrificed some of their own personal desires in order to bring forward a cause that they believe is going to be helpful to other people. And so this is nine archetypes, which I am familiar with, absolutely. But I've added three more, which I'm not familiar with, and I'm just guessing around. And this is based on numerology. And you can let me know what you think of the next three. The next one that we have, I call number 11, the Oracle. And these people I imagine are people who are old souls who already know a lot about the world and the way that people can navigate forward. So I imagine that people like this can be inventors, artists, religious figures, psychics, and life coaches, who are leading through their just natural knowledge of the world and how to navigate it and how to go forward. The 11th archetype that we have is the priestess, who I believe heals through love. These are people who are creating sanctuaries through their being. They're good at creating sanctuary places and helping people feel nurtured and healed. Um, they are good at understanding other people and their needs and taking care of them. People like this may create retreats, um, or be good architects. And examples of such people in my mind include Blue of Earth and Fred Rogers, who through their own podcast and TV show, respectively, have helped people feel special and safe and created this sacred space for other people. The last of the archetypes that I have is the witch. Um, and witches, in my mind, enchant through love. They are unconditionally loving, they are good communicators, and they're here to design a new world through that. Through their vision and their empathy and kindness, they will heal other people. They may be shamans or counselors or interior designers and landscapers, but they are here to enchant through love. So this is my little a run through my little world of archetypes. Now your turn. Um, so after seeing all of these archetypes, does any of them stand out as one that you would love to do all the time? Or is there something else that I have missed? And which of these would you be happy to do as a hobby? And in which of these roles do you receive the most compliments? So I can speak for myself to say that right now on Substack and just as a hobby, I correspond with the number one very much. I would love to create all the time, and I don't have a problem doing so. I'm happy to do as a hobby though, however, number 22 or the 12th, the 11th archetype on this list, which is to help people create sanctuary spaces, safe spaces. And this happens to be what I get the most compliments at. I've often been told that I'm a good listener, that I would make a good counselor, and I think that I bring some of this to the table. And yet, we are a bit of all of it, aren't we? Um, and I can see that all of these archetypes are pieces of me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to share them with you. And they are probably pieces of you too. So I would love to know what you think of these archetypes. Am I crazy, or does it ring a bell? Um, if you had like, if you like this presentation, and if you think that it could help people get clarity, then I would love if you leave a like, a comment, subscribe, give me feedback. What do you think? Is what I'm doing crazy, or is it meaningful in some way? And if you'd like to support me further, you are welcome to buy me a tea via Ko-fi at our Gold Game, and I will leave that in the article somewhere below the video, I suppose. And that is it. I Until then, let us expect magic, and I will see you next time. Bye.